give her a shot. I have two purposes right now. The first is that Mr. Jeanette and I had a compact that any lies he told I would verify. But I have the truth to tell, and that I happened to be on the Little League diamond when he launched that baseball that hit the 57 Ford Fairlane 500 T-Bird engine, cruise-o-matic transmission. Now it's a car guy. And we thought, I didn't know who he was because he just had moved there. I didn't know Kenny Schultz, he was my neighbor. And I know if Kenny had hit it, he'd have told me it was Doug Jeanette, you know. But one of my other purposes here is, you may have noticed the Chuck Taylors. There's a real story there. But first off, I've delighted over the years in approaching young people, in particular wearing Chuck Taylors, and saying, you know the history of that shoe. I mean, it's an American story. The amazing thing was, Dick Atha knew Chuck Taylor. And I've gotten so much mileage out of that over the years. But the biggest thing was, as successful as Chuck Taylor was as a salesman for Converse shoes, and there have been like 600 million Chuck Taylor sold, Chuck Taylor knew who Dick Atha was. That he was a good player at Indiana State and then on into the pros. So that little bit of information has served me well over the years. I know that you read his obituary and you saw at Oxford all of the things that he did. You know, I mean, he started out as our Little League coach. He coaches in Babe Ruth. He coaches through high school baseball. He coached 5 sports. He coached golf and he didn't even know how to pick up a club the right way. I said, Coach, what did you give? I mean, what did you teach those golf players? He said, I was the only guy that knew where all the courses were. But he taught driver's training. He was our phys ed coach. I mean, he introduced us to that game that's probably outlawed now called speedball, which was a combination of soccer and rugby, and was probably the bloodiest sport ever played at Oxford. I agree with Doug when he said Coach loved coaching baseball, and you know. I hate to tell you this, but Oxford was a baseball town. Now, we knew we lived in Indiana and we should all love basketball, but we grew up being baseball kids. And we would play all day, every day, depending on where we were, Nellie Baines Field down by Doug's house, up at the school. And so, really, you know, I had hoped for success in baseball. I kind of got drug into basketball. You know, we'd put the gear away and go play basketball all winter. But, and we knew, like Doug said, when Coach showed up driving that 57 Ford Fairlane 500 convertible with the T-Bird engine, it was just amazing. It was like a rock star. I can't overemphasize that. We were just in awe. I mean, this guy gets out. He's 6'2", fit as a fiddle, dark curly hair, good looking guy, and he can play ball. And it didn't matter what the ball was. I mean, he could play. I really did concentrate my efforts in baseball and had a pretty good career playing for him. Lanny, I was in that game that Tim Seago was pitching, and that ball was hard to hit. So maybe the lights were turned on, I don't know. But we got to be a senior, and we had good teams throughout the years. We didn't lose many games. Stevie Graves was one of the reasons for that. Had a left-handed screwball, you just couldn't hit it. But come the end of the season, our senior year, Coach calls me up during study hall and he says, hey, I don't know how this happened, but looks like you've won the batting trophy. And I said, well, you say it like it shouldn't have happened. He goes, it shouldn't. Steve Gray's a better hitter than you are. I figured it 3 different times and somehow you ended up winning it. And I said, well, Coach, I'm probably the best mediocre hitter you've ever had. And so when they passed out the trophies, I went up to get my trophy and I said, you've inspired me to come up with another mantra for life. I strive for mediocrity and I make it. And I've got the trophy to prove it. I do have to touch on basketball just a little bit here because I was standing beside him when we lost the game at Fowler in the sectional. best team we'd had since 1945. 5 seniors started, 5 seniors were playing at the end. Lou Thornborough, 6'9", trouble walking and chewing gum at the same time. I'm sorry if he was here. Somehow ended up with the ball out of behind the key there at 3-point land, which we didn't have at the time. And Hef set up at the end of the game, and it went through, and I was standing by Coach, and he just went to his knees, and I know he knew that was his one shot to win the sectional. And he did inform Lou what he felt about that later in life. Nevertheless, Coach was a fundamental teacher, and like I say, I took my mediocrity in baseball and translated it over to basketball. And I was in a game, we had beaten Fowler early in the season and then they beat us in the sectional. So the next year we have to go to Fowler and play there. When I'm warming up and I always check out the cheerleaders, I mean, I'm a young guy, that's what you do. And I noticed this tall, dark-haired, beautiful cheerleader. In addition to some of the other guys, I don't know, I've never seen her before. So game starts, and Nellie Bain, played with Nellie Bain, he was our point guard. I'm going down the left side, and Nellie's bringing the ball down to the right side. The play was supposed to go down to the right corner. So I thought, I'll just steal a glance over there and see if that young lady is looking my way. And I swear I made eye contact with her. And about that time, Nellie threw the ball to me. Fumbled out of bounds, knew what was going to happen. Here comes the sub. So I go over, and Coach had patented that grab your jersey before Bobby Knight ever tried it with Neil Reed. So he had a pretty good hold of old number 12 here, and he said, "You gotta quit staring at the cheerleaders and get your head in the game." I said, "Yes, Coach." Okay. I'm thinking, he did not see me. Look over there. There's no way. And to this day, I don't know. So I took my seat down at the end of the bench there, and whoever I was sitting by, I said, "Hey, you see that tall, dark-haired cheerleader over there? That's going to be the mother of my basketball team." On through school, and I have to keep this light because this man means so much to me. I can't get serious. But I will try. After high school, and I did very well in high school, and I was in honors engineering, and I had scholarships and everything. But after about 4 semesters, several of us, unfortunately, including Doug's brother, Bill Jeanette, my brother, myself, decided that we would rather play basketball and shoot pool and drink a few adult beverages than go to class and take tests. But Purdue saw fit to reciprocate and drop us all from school. First guy I run into when I get the results, Dick Atha, he goes, "What the hell happened?" I said, "Coach, I don't know, I'm just kind of lost at the big school." But I said, "Do you know anybody that can get me back in school?" I said, "Yeah, I have seen the error of my ways." And he said, "Yeah, I think I can make a call for you." But he called one of the deans, Jim Clapper, who was a good friend of it and happened to look like Dick Clark, and I don't think he ever aged either. He said, "You go see Dean Clapper." And I go in there and he goes, "You have got an unbelievable friend in Dick Atha." And I said, "Dean, it's a two-way street and it always will be." He said, "We don't ever give people a readmission without laying out a semester." Well, I knew in that case it would be in the Army and off to the jungles of Vietnam. But he pulled some strings and he got me back in, and so I tracked down Dick after I got the official back in school, and he said, "How's it working out for you?" And I said, "Coach, you got me back in school, and I promise you, I won't let you down." He said, what brought about this change of heart?" I said, "Well, a couple things." He said, "My dad told me I'd never amount to anything. I can see that as a parent now, but at the time it kind of hurt." And I said, "The other thing is, I've met a girl." He goes, "Do I know her?" I said, "Well, you know of her." I said, "She's a cheerleader He said, "For who?" And I said, "Fowler." He said, "You're kidding me." I said, "No." I said, "Coach, she's going to be the mother of my basketball team." Well, 3 daughters later and no basketball players, he told me, he said, "I kept looking for those kids coming from Otterman Elementary. I kept looking for those little skinny dark-haired boys." And he said, "I'd even ask one once in a while, 'Is Doug Bettis your dad?' And they'd say, 'No, but his wife's my teacher.'" But I cannot tell you, and Doug knows the feeling. He was Oxford, and I know he became Benton Central, but we feel that he was on permanent loan to BC, and he made such a difference. And he even asked me one time, "I don't know why you guys think so much of me." I said, "God, you've got to be kidding me." I said, "You are the role model for all of us young men." I said, "Just as a churchgoer, a family man." I said, "You're the best Methodist that ever turned Catholic, I will close here by telling you that Doug and I finally got to what I feel was honor him. The year before the Cubs won the World Series, Doug's son, Craig, had scored 3 playoff tickets in Wrigley Field. And Doug and I took Coach up, and we found a parking place like 200 feet from the entrance to Wrigley Field. He was just amazed. And I'm a lifelong Cardinal fan, but I yelled for the Cubs like you could not believe in it. And the Cubs came back and won that game. And he told us when the evening was over, that was one of the greatest days of his life. And I am so fortunate that this man was in my life. I'm sorry if I rambled on a little bit, but rest in peace, good and faithful friend, because you have earned it.